Nerdrotic.com.
Yeah, I saw Pasadena trending on Twitter, and I saw a bunch of destruction, and I'm like, Chris is burning down Pasadena because RRR didn't get nominated for Best Picture. I wanted RRR to get nominated for Chris. I wanted Best Actor, Best Director, and it should have been.
It should have been.
Dude, it hit all the marks. It is a foreign film. It was immensely popular here. Critics loved it. It was pretty popular amongst the general population. Like, how do you miss that? And Chris, who is going to sit through 3 hours of Jimmy Kimmel to watch Top Gun, Avatar lose?
I'll tell you, all of the mainstream popular movies are going to lose. They're going to lose. They will only win in technical categories. So technical categories, that's special effects, production design, costume, etc. They'll win technical awards because that's what they give to genre films or popular blockbuster movies. Look, Top Gun Maverick doesn't need to make more money. Neither does Avatar. All Quiet on the Western Front. I watched it last night because I didn't even think it would be nominated. And I'm finally like, well, I'll check this out. I mean, it's a German film. It's a remake. It's brutal. Not as good as 1917. It's, about World War I. And it's dark, brutal. I do recommend it. I recommend the film, but it's Netflix. Netflix hired the same publicist who used to mount Harvey Weinstein's Oscar campaign. So Netflix, hire that person. Now, that's no disrespect to the work. Like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, very happy to see that get nominated for Best Animated Feature, right? It didn't get nominated, the other Pinocchio. Also, Marcel the Shell, a movie that I think that X-Ray Girl needs to see. Marcel the Shell. This is my movie recommendation for X-Ray Girl when she's not going to the club and staying out
and
too
working
late
the polls.
And then ruining her polls.
Yeah.
It is a weird stop motion animated movie, and I'm ecstatic that it was nominated. Turning Red was also nominated, but I predict not going to win. It's like you're seeing Disney get blocked out of that category, which is good. The first nomination for Marvel for acting for Angela Bassett, which whatever you say about Wakanda Forever, Angela Bassett's just a great actress.
Great. I'm not
she's
gonna
great.
say, how can you say anything bad about Angela Bassett?
Cannot.
She's
she's gonna
hot.
Yeah.
She's hot
at 60 years old.
She's an actual talented actor who, just kills it in everything she does. So yeah. I got nothing bad to say about her.
And she's going to win for Best Supporting.
Yeah, she is.
You can bet on it.
And they're going to... And, the movie sucks, dude.
I hate it.
Sucks.
I think it's the worst.
Is anybody talking about Wakanda Forever at all anymore?
No. They pushed hard for that to get a Best Picture nomination. Hard.
Yes, they did. Can confirm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't. To be honest with you, I'm a little surprised. But Oscar's so male, Chris. Oscar.
Yeah.
So
oh my God. What a dumb thing. This is after 2 years of women winning Best Director.
I know.
This proves it's never enough. It's never enough.
Chloe Zhao won for a movie where Frances McDormand looks at shit for an hour.
Well, I think that Frances McDormand basically ghost directed that film because I saw the movie that Chloe Zhao made before that film. And it's like this, it's sort of a documentary where she follows around a guy who rides horses for a living, and it's really sort of those sort of meandering slice of life, fly on the wall indie movies, which I see a lot of those, and they can be good.
Sure,
I'm not dismissing that type of film. It's a good palate cleanser from watching Marvel shit. Is to watch a solid indie movie.
You don't scoop one of them to direct a galactic Jack Kirby demigod movie. It's like, what?
She was a terrible match to make that film. What they really look on is these directors that they bring in, like that directing team, which I never remember their names, who did Captain Marvel. They look on them to you direct the acting parts. We'll direct the action parts. So just make sure the people are likable and that those scenes work. But wow.
We're all about female empowerment, except little lady, you don't need to do the action scenes.
Well, I will say in the Sarah Polley case, which I've really liked her. Last you saw her as an actress in a role that you would remember as the remake of Dawn of the Dead, the James Gunn, Zack Snyder thing. Sarah Polley was in that. She's since become a director. And it is weird to be Best Picture nominated for Women Talking. I think that Women Talking is very, very well directed, but it's a movie that no one's going to see. And I predict that may be the one that wins. It'll be like Moonlighting. Did you ever see Moonlighting? the movie the year that they did the snafu where La La Land was announced as the winner, but it wasn't because they misread
no, because
it was not Moonlighting, Moonlight.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about some of these Oscar movies. I always scratch my head. I'm like, why the F did that win? It didn't deserve it. That's not the best picture. It's a compromise. It's always a compromise. And it's a small movie that the Academy feels like, well, we want to uplift this movie. I want to help this movie. So it's never the mainstream stuff that really deserves it. Because in my opinion, Tom Cruise and James Cameron saved the movie industry. Take those 2 movies out and you've lost more than a third of the box office this year. 2 movies.
What won Best Picture last year?
Exactly. I love asking people that question because you don't remember, because it's always something weird and small and you're like, what?
Honestly, what was it? I have no idea. Coda, thank you. Coda.
A movie that was on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah.
And look, it was a very mid movie. So it's a girl who wants to pursue a music career in like college, and her parents are both deaf.
Yep.
So that already has Oscar on there. The only thing that would make it even more Oscar is if she was, gay and this and what, just like you add all these different like checklist things.
And Spider-Man No Way Home should have won. It single-handedly saved Hollywood. It was a critically acclaimed film. It's going to be remembered. Like, I think the prerequisite is, are people gonna is this a classic for the ages? And for the most part, not all the time, back in the day, they got it right, except for Chariots of Fire, beating fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is just a crime. Annie Hall beating Star Wars.
Exactly. Woody Allen's Annie Hall beat Star Wars, and he didn't show up to get the award. It's so ridiculous.
Well, he's buggering, doing what is diddle buggery.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
Hey, if you like what we do here at Nerdrotic Daily, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you could do that with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.